Yo everyone, it's killa556KILLER123, and today I have my vacation story about where I've been, when I didn't upload, and in the background you'll see a mission of sleeping dogs, and the mission is called Bad Luck. I think you can follow it in the background if you want. I just skipped through the movie of the beginning of the mission. I thought, just for I don't do a playthrough on it or something, so I thought it was not important to keep that in. So just enjoy it in the background, and basically, I'm gonna talk about my vacation story right now. So we basically left, I guess, 3 April, if I'm right, and then we drove like from Holland to Germany, um, and then to Italy, to the Brenner Pass. I guess you could call it that if some of you are familiar with it. Like there we had a hotel, and there we were sleeping that night. And I forgot to say that we left. What is it? I guess 5:30 in the morning. So it was a long trip. We arrived at the hotel. I think yeah, 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. I guess 6. No, 7 a.m. We arrived at the hotel, so we had dinner there and then we slept there. And that was, you know, I could live with it. So the next day, we drove to, we drive, I don't know if we drove or drive, doesn't matter. We drive to our first location, and that first location is in Umbria. It's called. It's in the south of Italy, and it's called Poggio Valle Vacation or something. Um, it's pretty. I don't know. It's pretty. Yeah, silence there. I mean, you just have your own apartment, your own stuff, without people. You see walk into the pool or something. That was the case in our second at our second location, but I'll come to that later. So it was pretty quiet. We basically just relaxed there and didn't do too much because the first week we always like want to calm down, relax, and usually when we want to go somewhere, we do that in the um, yes, the second and third week. So it just relaxed. And what was funny though is that's funny of that right there, because you could eat there. There was like the boss, and he had two children, I believe, and he had a restaurant where you could eat, and that was amazing. You didn't had like a card where you could choose from what you would eat, but he just had the regular stuff like when your father or mother would cook for you. And I think that's a pretty funny concept. And the Italian food is usually good, so that was no problem either. We had a swimming pool over there, so that was amazing. Did we do something else important there? Let me think. No, I don't believe we did some there. Only reduction. And yeah, my father and my brother basically did the shopping for eating and all that kind of stuff. So, and that was basically the first week. And then like uh, Saturday at 8 o'clock, I believe we left the apartment, and um, we were driving to our second location, and that is in Cerno di Pineto. That's more south. No, that's basically more north of Italy. You can search it on Google Maps, so I think you can find the exact location. But there, we were at a resort called Hapimach, and it's great there. You know, for the young kids out there, there are lots of activities you can do. You can play football and archery, volleyball. There are lots of things you could do, and my brother played volleyball, so I watched. And if you think, why would you watch and not play? Well, I'm disabled, so I cannot go volleyball. But it was fun to watch, though. And what we also did, that I can tell you know, my mother likes the churches. She likes churches from Italy. So we went out there and searched for a place nearby. It's not a very popular place because I don't know the name of it. Usually we go to like Lucca, Pisa, like those two places we usually go to, but we were a long distance away from those places this year. I guess like 2 hours driving to those places, so we didn't really want to do that. So we went to a place more local. We had a drink there, and you won't believe it, but for 4 persons, I had a Coca-Cola, and everyone else had coffee, I believe, and my mother had a cappuccino, and it only was like €5. So that was pretty amazing. That's what you get when you get to those, yeah, local places. Like, no, actually, it's more tourist places, and there the prices are very low. So we were pretty surprised by that. You don't come there too often usually. So then we looked at in the church right there. It was a pretty small church. I guess you could like when you would walk in there 5 minutes, I would have seen it. But there were lots of like pictures of God and how he born and stuff. We don't believe in God, by the way. Yeah, no, we don't believe in God. Like, but we like the churches because they're pretty beautiful. So that's why I want to watch it. So we were leaving that place, um, and then we were going back home, and but the funny part was that we saw two annotations, I guess you could call it, about a fish party um, nearby. Um, so we looked at that and went, hey, that's cool, we go there. And basically that was that fish party that was at the first location, but I thought I wanted to tell anyway because there was a fish party, and what the cool thing was is that you were just sitting like with the locals, like you would live in Italy. You were only sitting. We were the only tourists there, as far as I saw. So that was pretty cool, and there was I thought a pizza party was there also. Just it went out like great pizzas, like oh my god, great pizzas, It was just it was not like fantastic, but you could eat it, I should say. And then at the second week, I believe, there was a medieval party, and that was there at Happenbach. So uh, we saw that there, and we went, yeah, it's fun to go there. So what we did is we drove to that, and um, then we saw nothing. It was just a empty place. But what we do saw was a photography store, and the shopkeeper was still there. So we asked her if she wanted to tell us the way, and she wasn't pretty good at English, so it was a bit hard to follow. But we got the instructions and we got there, and then there comes the awful part. I mean, like, it looked like all the Italian people were there. I mean, there were so many people, it was unbelievable. And the dramatic part was that you had like four stands. One stand was for to get a list of what they had, what you could eat. Then you had one stand of what you could drink there, and then you had one for your spoon and your, where you can eat with. I don't know how to say it, but you know what I mean. And then we're like, oh God, we thought, yeah, if you would have been there like 8:30 p.m., it would be alright. But we were actually pretty late, and there were like people for 2 hours. I mean, you are not gonna standing in front of that thing 2 hours. You aren't gonna spend 2 hours in like waiting for you finally to get a list of what you could eat. So we were sitting there like, what should we do next? I mean, there was nothing. We can't eat there. It takes too long because there were much of activities there. It was like how they lived at the, I guess, 1812, like where the empires were, the early part, the middle. So we would like to watch that, but if we would have stayed there, it would have taken a hell of a lot of time to get there. So we like saw a like um meat token. I don't know how to say it. It was of a certain animal, and well, we found meat is meat, so we get that, and there was people like for 10 minutes, so we waited 10 minutes, then we got four of those. Yeah, I guess you could say paninis, they call it there, with meat on it, and we said, yeah, okay, it's fine. And I'm not a big star of eating something I don't know, so I was like, no, 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 I'm not gonna eat that. Yeah, but that's the only thing you can eat this evening. Well, I don't care. I was like that, and I was okay. That's your choice. But in the end, I took a couple of bites. I didn't like it that much, but that did not really matter. Um, so then we ate some French fries, and then we watched some there, and then we drove back home uh, to our apartment again. And I don't have much time left, so I guess I'm gonna cut to the stage where we were driving home instantly. I think 18 hours we were driving. It took us to drive home. Um, like we did stop. Like 2 hours we stopped. First my mother drove, then my father, and then my brother. So it was like 2 hours stopped every time. And I think then 11:30 p.m. or I don't know. I think from 12 hour it's a.m. again. So I think 12:30 p.m. in the evening we arrived home, and we were pretty tired, so we gone to bed immediately, and then wake up the next morning to unpack everything, and we ate Chinese. There's a local Chinese store where you can order shit and then eat Chinese that evening. So that was what we did, and then we came home. So everything sounded safe, and now the schools begin again. So I gotta go to school again and follow the lessons there. But that was my vacation story. I hope you liked the story. If you want to hear more, there's a couple more things I could discuss. Then I would like it. And if you like the video, please subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and leave a comment of what I can do better and which games you want to see me play. Uh, and I forgot to say, tomorrow there is coming a new playthrough part of I Am Alive. So I hope you guys liked the video, and this was killer556KILLER123, and I'll see you guys later.